3. Oh, good evening to you. Hello, my name's Janice and I'm the owner and creator of the Glamour Club. So we are pioneers, we're activists for change and we're trailblazers. And we were set up to eradicate loneliness and loneliness caused by social isolation. So we are a vintage and themed event. We're for those who are 50 and over, but everyone's welcome. So we're intergenerational. We're dementia friends and we're disability confident. So we hold bi-monthly events which are really spectacular, and yeah, you come in the afternoon, you come at noon and you leave at 3. It's like a really safe environment, it's really good fun, and that is enough about me, because I want to introduce you to my wonderful guest here today, and this is Becky, and she is the workforce facilitator. And if you don't know, and she's also doing a lot of work with the SAM project. And if you don't know what the workforce facilitator is, or the SAM project, well, you will do after you've listened to Becky. Hi, Becky. Thank you for joining me this evening. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and the work that you do?
Absolutely. Lovely to see you, Janice, and thanks for inviting me on. Yes, so I'm an independent consultant. I run my own business called the Workforce Facilitator, but everything I do is about supporting young people into the world of work. So I do various different projects, but the main project that I work with is called the Sand Project. Sand as in the sand on the beach. And the SAM project is based in Worthing in West Sussex, and we have a cafe and we have a media centre, and we're a very different type of training provider for young people with moderate learning difficulties. So everything that we do with those young people is about preparing them to go into the world of work, and that might be employment, or it might be a form of self-employment if they work better in that way. But everything that they're learning is all very practical based. It's all linking them out with the world of work, and the goal is to transition them into that world of work.
Right, okay. God, thanks a lot, Becky. It's absolutely fascinating, and this is the sort of work that I've championed my entire life, and my mum and my grandmother before. And also my son is the principal dancer at Stopgap, which are an all-inclusive dance company. So I love your work. And the reason why we're all purpled up today is because today is Light It Up Purple Day, which is to bring awareness around people who have disabilities. So I absolutely love the work that Becky does. And I don't know, Becky, can you tell us a little bit about where we met?
Yes. I know we've known each other for a couple of years now, haven't we, Janice? But originally, I for the last few years, I've run the Careers Fair in Worthing, which is where young people from across the area come for the day and they meet different employers. So it's run at the Assembly Hall. Obviously, this year we haven't been able to run it, but I think it was last year or possibly the year before, I asked you if you'd like to have a stand. Because what I wanted to do is bring awareness to young people about working in what I call the third sector. So working in that charitable sector, because it's such a valuable way of working. And also for young people, if they volunteer in the charitable sector, that's really valuable work experience. So I believe I paired you up with the amazing Dan Flanagan from Dad La Soul, and you two had an absolute ball. You were loving it.
We had the best stand.
You did. It was brilliant.
Oh, yeah, it was a great day. Thank you very much for inviting me, Becky. So what I really wanted to talk about today was the fact that I'm very excited and I'm absolutely honoured to have been able to commission a couple of spectacular cakes in time for Christmas. So can you tell us a little bit about the journey that your trainees are going on in order to come up with these spectacular cakes? I don't even know what they're going to be like. Can you tell us a little bit about that, please, Becky?
Absolutely. So when we talked about that, Janice, as I said, everything that the trainees do is about preparing them for the world of work. So you effectively have given us a customer brief. So I'm working with the trainees to understand what that means. So you need to, I mean, this really, we are a business. The SAM project is the business. So everything that we do is links into that. So as far as they're concerned, you are their customer. So they need to properly understand what you as the customer want, and they need to provide you with the goods at the end of the day. But they're practicing every day. So this week they've made 2 cakes. And they've learned each time what, well, this didn't quite work, or the tin was the wrong size. And then there are other trainees who are going to be doing a lot of the decorating. So they're very creative young people. And between the group of trainees, they're basically going to create this marvel that you can then go and hopefully you can provide to a lovely family before Christmas. But it's not just about the cake itself, it's about how we present it to you as well. So our plan is on the last day of our term to invite you into the Sand Cafe, which is in Lyndhurst Road, just near the Worthing Hospital, and have a little bit of a do. So we're going to play some music, because the Glamour Club has the best music. So we're going to play some music from the eras that you play your music from, and we're going to dress up and we're going to present you with this cake.
That is absolutely marvellous. I think that's fantastic. And the thing is, Becky, I can't wait to see this. And for me, it's a gift. I'm giving and I'm getting this gift back. I just wonder, I know it's a harsh subject that we're talking about here. It is International Awareness Day for the people with disabilities. So can you tell me some of the statistics around the world of work and people with disabilities, and why we are fighting really to get them included?
Absolutely. Well, from a purely economic perspective, if you want to go down that road, about 2.8% of adults with a learning disability are in paid employment. 2.8%. And I think it's estimated that a good sort of 60 to 70% of those adults are absolutely capable of being in a role in the world of work. I think the problem that we have is that we just see these very fixed roles, and employers are often a little bit nervous about being flexible and thinking differently about the way they recruit. But so what happens is that so many young people, and people of all ages with learning disabilities, end up just never working. And that impacts the economy, it impacts their mental health, it impacts the whole community. But these young people are absolutely capable of going into that world and being part of our community. It's just how we do it. Do they need maybe a little bit more support, or as they go into that world, do they need just a little bit more support? They might not ever work full time. They might do something a bit more flexible. But I think what COVID has taught us, if nothing else, is how flexible can we be in this new world? I mean, everybody's having to do things differently. And I've actually spoken to adults with more physical disabilities, and they've said to me, all of the years that they've been asking their employers to make it more accessible for them to work from home, suddenly it's available. It's actually opened the door to some people who maybe, whether they have anxiety or they from an accessibility perspective, it's difficult for them to go into a workplace. They can work because we're all, I'm working here in my office at home. We're all working more remotely and we're all working more flexibly. So I hope that this is the start of a more inclusive and flexible approach to employment.
Yes, me too, Becky. Yeah, we're championing that. Yeah, definitely. I second that. So, I mean, the Glamour Club was set up to eradicate loneliness, and loneliness caused by social isolation. So when we come back out, we're going to be coming back out with a great big bang. So we're going to have to commission some more cakes from you, Becky. This is just the beginning of the journey, and I'm so excited. So I know our interview was meant to be about 10 minutes long, but I think we might have gone over. So I just wondered if you could, tell us why you like the Glamour Club, because I know you have volunteered for us for a couple of times, Becky, and I really thank you for all that. You really stand out and you bring something really lovely to the table, and I really enjoy having you with us. So what is it now? You've been to a couple. Why do you
Yes.
like the Glamour Club?
Oh, it's just utter joy to see people who I know in some cases, and my stepmom comes to the Glamour Club, she absolutely loves it, who might not see anybody most of the week. They live alone. What reason has anyone got to dress up these days? And you go to this magnificently decorated hall. For some of these people, especially, you talk about dementia, people who maybe suffer a little bit with dementia, it takes them back to those wonderful tea dances, and they come in and they're glammed up and they're served these beautiful cakes and sandwiches and tea and coffee, and it's a joy. And the music, the live music that you have, people like Karen, who comes along. I have to say, one of the reasons I decided to volunteer is I thought, I don't know if I'm old enough to come like as a guest, so I'm just going to sneak in as a volunteer, and I love it. I absolutely love it, and I would urge anybody, volunteer at the Glamour Club. It's just an utter joy.
Oh, brilliant, Becky. I didn't know that you sneaked in, but actually I think that's brilliant. But actually, we've had volunteers from 4 to 101, our guests, so we are intergenerational. So you don't have to be 50 to come. But I think that's so funny. So I don't know, Becky, I think we have to say cheerio until the next time, until we meet again. So I just wondered if you could say a last couple of words for us.
I would just say, remember that every single person has something to offer out into the world, whatever age they are, whatever their ability is, every single person does. And for me, my strapline in my business is empowering tomorrow's workforce today, because it is about just everybody's got something to offer out there. And that would be my message. Just see that in everybody around you.
Yeah, oh, that's absolutely lovely. Thank you very much, Becky. So, and my little strap line is, if you see someone who hasn't got a smile on their face, then give them yours. Thanks, Becky. Just put me goggles on. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.